Yet another thing I have never heard of.
Name is Adam Wolfe.
Oh, I don't know how to feel about that animation.
Each case I solve brings me one step closer to finding her.
Even if the case has nothing to do with her? God, I see the clock in the background, and for some reason, my mind went to Castlevania Judgment, and now I'm in a bad mood. Oh. Oh. I think I know the answer to this, but was there a PC release? No pointing controls with the joystick. Look, that's a bridge too far, alright? It was more important that they ported this fast than ported it effectively. I'm distracted slightly by the way that he's very slowly pulsating. It's not very noticeable at first, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. There's a custom option? Let's see how this works. Oh, I was right, there are hidden object puzzles. Okay, you know what? We're going to go to a custom difficulty, and we're not going to have that penalty turned on. God, after seeing so many Fearless games where there's episode 1 and then nothing else, it's almost refreshing in a way to see 4 episodes right off the bat. Is the cursor here so I can stab someone with this in the middle of the cutscene? The more you look at that, the worse it gets. Why is Marv talking to Keanu Reeves?
I managed to identify one of the fires.
Adam's getting his cardio in. It's all good. God, this looks bad. These comments. Don't know how to feel about the Max Payne remake so far. Why does he look like the guy from Yakuza Like a Dragon if he was designed by Jib Jab? Alright, well, we saw a guy catch on fire, and now there's several fires. So can I inspect it? Oh, jeez. 1 second. There is not a setting to speed up the cursor. This animation, man. I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, I'll give them credit for not just, like, jump cutting across everything, but still.
You went through all those 3 moments.
The hell are we doing? Of course. God, I really wish I could move the cursor faster. Well, I'm glad we solved that puzzle to clear up that tunnel then.
Whoa! There he is.
The entire time he's been trying to do the deep gravelly investigator voice, and then, whoa! You know what, you're right, Blondie. Programming a thing to toggle the cursor speed would take way too long. They needed to port this now. You know, Duke Nukem did it better. Okay, where's Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, and Thing? I don't know what to do. That was the solution?
As the burning.
Double tap him, gotta be safe.
He was behind the fire. What the hell?
Not over. All will burn.
Which JRPG did you come from?
What the hell was that thing?
You know what? I said that same thing in that same tone of voice the first time I saw a Tesla. Oh, it's our Lethal Weapon buddy cop. I guess I should be glad it's not just like talking portraits. But at the same time, this somehow feels worse than that.
I guessed as much. Couldn't shake off the feeling that the fat has hit the fire.
I've never heard that phrase before, the fat has hit the fire. Or did they just need like a PG way to say the shit has hit the fan?
Sleep would bring me little comfort. I knew the danger that was waiting.
What happened to the art budget on the right side of the screen? Although actually, I think this art style looks better than whatever they did for the animation.
And there she was. My sister Allie. And her disappearance, which keeps haunting me.
God.
In my dreams, I'm reaching out.
And now she's stuck in that video effect. If you go on YouTube and look for, like, dimensional red background, royalty-free, you may find her. You need super focus for the chair. Alright, so far, everything we've noticed is something that we could have just noticed without the super focus mode. Alright, so you need to pick the order of these. Well, I could have told you that without all of this bullshit. Yeah, I got it. Thanks.
Well, my visitor left a package for me.
They took the time to do that? We're gonna unfold this and there'll be like a half-eaten burger in here. And why did they use like an 8th grader's math class graph paper to do it? Oh, of course, this fucking guy. I see.
What in the name of...
It's a ghost chair. Oh wait, they can only do frame by frame for this guy. Ironically, this is the best animated thing so far.
That's the last picture of Allie and me, before she disappeared.
There need to be quotes around the word picture.
Zakat. That name rings a bell.
You fucking idiot. Gee, I wonder if you already saw this today. Sadly, this is still a step up from, like, the hidden object games I would play on Fearless. As low a bar as that is to clear. Oh wow, there's still that red tab at the end. He hasn't used this roll of tape at all yet. Alright, you gonna put a wacky filter on it first? Everyone here is either having some kind of breathing problem that forces them to really move a little bit, or everyone is just a little bit tipsy. Wow. There was more shit in the box. We just broke the laws of time and space. Oh god, this is actually worse than the Fearless Hidden Objects games, because it looks like he's just calling out individual items and then you gotta find each of them one at a time. Okay, so far the objects here are easier to find than in those other hidden object games I played. Although it is weird that this guy is basically narrating his life to himself. Less badge and more really shiny cookie.
Greetings. I am Saeed Al-Qadir. Welcome to my exhibition.
Sir, have you been drinking today?
I'm investigating the recent conflagrations that plague San Francisco.
I'm sorry, who talks like that?
Now, if you'll excuse me, this is a social event after all, and one must mingle.
Which is why he was standing by himself. Out of the way, citizen! Investigative work, out of my way.
Touch me again and you lose the hand.
Please tell me she becomes the main villain. What kind of information display is this where they say, we kind of fucked up part of it, you gotta fix it to see the rest? So anyone could have gotten this. What? You're aware that a lot of those are like passive electronics, as in they don't have active electricity flowing through. You know what, never mind. They got great security protocols here. If there's valuable security footage just on a CD, clearly visible in the trash. Okay, what we got? So even for the security journal, he tears up all this shit. Programmed to set the wake-up alarm for midnight.
There's some sort of connection here.
Well, technically there's a disconnection here. That's not a Third Rock from the Sun reference, is it? I like to think it's not.
Thank you for calling the big giant head. He cares about you.
But if I'm to let you spend the night, I'll need to see a badge first.
I got this out of a cereal box. Show it from as far away as possible.
The keys to my office desk.
Wait for everyone to motion tween their way outside. Descend into the void again. Looks worse each time. Whoa!
There's a fire in the gallery. I have to get out.
Nice non-acting.
I have to put out that fire as soon as possible.
Alright. It took a while. It seemed like it wasn't working at first. Yes, we can escape the fire and get into the fire. Oh, I had no idea what I was looking at. What's the story, Wishbone? Where's your uniform? Wow, we were able to we were able to very easily overpower the fire god. Take as long as possible to think about this.
Here goes nothing. The landing was.
There was a mini game to aim for a 10-foot jump. If you ignore the other guy in this photo, he looks like he just like passed out after a concert. He was outside waiting for the tour bus and just couldn't stay awake any longer.
I awoke in a strange room.
And I was standing up for somehow.
We are in grave danger, Mr. Wolfe.
In grave danger of what? Having to move?
But our story dates quite a while back, Mr. Wolfe. My friends and I...
The story dates back to before there was an animation budget. Oh, you need to do puzzle shit for this too? Okay, hold on. So why did the resolution downscale for the flashback? You know, I was trying to do that. Okay, so you gotta put the handle against them and that makes them bleed. Not the blade, the handle. Apparently we're wiping the blade clean every time we do this, which, good hygiene. Damn you, Joseph Whitman! Blades have grasped my ass! Look, it was too close to Walt Whitman, I had to. Whoa, we're going to have three different resolutions going on at the same time.
We now all have to die. And Mr. Wolfe, we don't want to.
There's a couple ways you could have had that line read go, and I don't think that was the best one.
You can find Whitman's address in the lobby.
And none of you went to his home yet because... And over here we have the League of Ordinary Gentlemen and Lady. Yeah, it's probably gonna make you do all of these. Even though I get the gist of the puzzle after the first couple. They are hitman targets, aren't they? Hopefully we can throw bricks at them later.
Is somehow involved. 2331 Lincoln Street.
You gonna fix that subtitle?
Be careful, Adam.
Why was you saw that, right? His hand was a completely different color from the rest of his body. I'll give it credit for trying to have, like, a couple interesting mechanics for the investigative portion of the game. Except, those mechanics just end up being, like, boring. At the end of the day, it's still just, like, hidden object / basic moving puzzle shit. Also, judging by his outline on the ground, I'm assuming Whitman was a gingerbread man? Okay. Sure. Oh, this is just a match game now. This better lead to something worthwhile. Oh my god. How many of these do I have to do? Oh my god. Alright. This is just busy work at this point. I still think that's animated better than like everything else so far. Pyramid, Fedora Putty, Saturn, and Turret. Well, that was simple. I just realized this guy's portrait kind of looks like Burgess Meredith. Specifically, the character he plays in Ripper. Right, we're, I guess we're designing a comic now?
Ifrit, a fire demon living in the dagger. If the pact is broken, it will be unleashed.
See, this is why you should have turned him into Magicite first. Okay. How did we not notice that the first time?
The dagger can prolong life, but it is guarded by Arahad, a fiery ghost.
I thought I was guarded by Ifrit.
The Crumbs are known as cunning bankers who amassed their fortune in 18th century Europe.
So was the dagger just a magnet that we're moving around?
The dagger will find custody with the Delacroix family. The incredible wealth
What?
of the Delacroix family.
The dagger fucked up in the motion tween.
To the south.
Oh, it's... I thought that was a cloud at first.
In the hands of the...
Okay, and then I'm assuming we take that back. Oh, gee. Oh, really? You realize an alarm's gonna go off or something, right? And, how did the ladder gradually materialize from that? God. This is like the occult equivalent of like calibrating a Wii U pad. Are we playing Wheel of Fortune with this shit?
From
All right.
fatigue, one of the last sand elementals.
Time to just steal all their shit, I guess. Approximate age of the parchment, 400 years. Approximate age of the text on the parchment, 10 minutes ago. Oh god, it's one of these puzzles. Well, gotta make the game longer somehow, I guess. God. The fire-type Pokemon demon is weak to the ground-type Pokemon demon.
My mortal remains will rest in a chapel at the San Francisco National Cemetery, Lot 127.
So you wanted to stay in your grave, but you told everyone exactly where your grave is so they could dig it up themselves. He's book smart, but not street smart. Oh? He got yanked out of there like he was being ushered off stage at Showtime at the Apollo.
Ex-cops can disappear just as easily as the next guy.
I'd love to see how you deal with a fire demon yourselves. At least I know how he can be defeated.
So instead of just telling them we know how to defeat the demon, our initial thing was to say, I used to be a cop, and then work back around to, I know how to defeat the fire demon. They're worried about the fire demon killing all of them, but they also keep it locked up one room away. God, do these environments just... Was there like a humble bundle for these backgrounds? Because they all kind of look similar across dozens and dozens of games. Yeah, some detective you are, you won't even step into mud. You know, all this reminds me that I got a code for Beyond Shadowgate. I could be doing that right now. And instead I'm here. Really? Oh, God. What if we open the grave and fire demons in there?
Before I had a chance to take a good look, felt something hit the back of my head. Everything turned black. And just like that, a horrible night took a turn for the worse.
Oh. Hey, Whitman. Wait, why was Whitman's body... It looks like his grave was too small for him, because why would his head be in that position? Okay, now the game is going to mandate using this shit. Alright. Okay, this seems like a really pointless minigame. Because anyone with an ounce of logic can tell what the sequence of events was. That isn't a fucking mystery.
It's the same as the one on Saeed's headscarf. That bastard tried to kill me.
You sound really wound up about this. Well, you didn't mention taking alcohol to the grave, so I guess there was a decent hint for that. Okay. How does that lead to open... Wouldn't that just pop open... I think I've got it. We take the LED orb, set it on fire, put it in a pool, rinse it off, blow dry it, put it into the ice cream cone, and then we place the ice cream cone on display, and Sand God is happy. For a moment I thought he had a Pac-Man maze hidden in his desk. Oh no, it's worse. I'm not sure what exactly the objective is here. Now if you back out, does that reset everything? No, it does not. Okay, there's one. That's the sand elemental. Now give me a moment while I put on the fire elemental. Alright, now do we just immediately travel to the desert? We do!
For once in this case, the course was clear.
Your car appears to be idling in place, sir.
Mr. Wolfe, please, be so kind as to back away. Things have gone too far, Mr. Wolfe. All I want is to...
Look out!
They were aiming for the head before.
Here, take the damned thing and put a stop to this madness.
What the fuck is she doing? Ah, this old trick.
And managed not to get shot.
Readying your falcon punch, apparently.
You're the woman I met in Saeed's gallery. Why shoot at us? Talk fast, my trigger finger feels real itchy.
A few months ago, Feng and Crumb hired me to kill Whitman. Later on, they hired me to get rid of Saeed. Then you showed up, and I was tasked to keep an eye on you too. I was supposed to wait until you destroy the fire demon, and then eliminate you. Saeed has been dealt with. Yes, Wolfe too, after he defeated the fire demon. I'll take care of the bodies, and bring you the dagger tonight.
Stop pulsating. Alright, might as well use the pendulum. Fucking magnets, how do they work? Wow. The game couldn't handle spawning this. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. God, playing fucking match game with a sand elemental. Not how I imagined my night would go. The cursor speed really does not help for this. Let's just overlook that the sand elemental somehow looks worse than the fire elemental. I mean, they're both kind of the same principle in terms of appearance, but it looks notably worse here.
They were shot in cold blood.
This is quite a surprise, Mr. Wolfe.
It was a surprise for the game too. The game froze for a moment.
As the fire demon.
Where did I fit in this whole scheme?
They all wanted to get rid of you at first, but I maneuvered them into letting you live, so you could destroy the fire demon.
Well, I kinda lied about vanquishing the fire demon.
We better get some, like, Robot Wars level fighting between these two.
In the blink of an eye, a terrifying whirlwind of sand and storm.
No, I wouldn't say that terrifying.
They stormed at each other with blazing speed.
Blazing! I feel like I'm watching Cinder fight whatever the fuck the name of that statue thing is in the newer Killer Instinct.
The last I saw of the elementals was a blinding flash of light. I found myself alone in the room. It was scorched and devastated, without a single trace of the two that had just fought each other out of existence.
Right, now to shoot him in the head, just to be sure. Alright. Sure. Gee, maybe it's the one guy you've been talking to this entire time.
Marv.
It's Allie's fingerprint, Adam. It's a 99.8 match.
Why do you have Allie's fingerprint on file?
This is a sign, Marv. I get a feeling that with each case I'll be closer and closer to finding her.
Who or whatever is voicing this has exactly one tone. It broke for that one time, and that was it. End of episode 1? Yeah, there you go. Okay, there's a voiceover director, so that implies, yep, there are actors. This is better than some of the, like, scavenger hunt style mystery things that I played on, for example, Fearless. But I'm not going to go so far as to call it good.
Do not worry about Adam Wolfe. He has yet to walk some distance before our paths cross. And when they do, I will take care of him.
With the Hellraiser puzzle box? What was that? Yeah, that was the end of episode 1. Called it. I'll check the beginning of episode 2 just for shits. But otherwise, I'm done. We have so many things to show you, Mr. Wolfe. Not what I expected to open on. Yeah, I'll take a gin and tonic and you gyrating all night. Oh, the fire elemental and the sand elemental lightly cut his cheek, so he put a band-aid on it. Is it gonna play the same? Yeah, this is the same thing. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, they tilted the image 45 degrees, therefore it's different.
You're still the most annoying alarm clock in Raven history.
There's 3 more episodes of that, so there's at least a decent amount of content to this. It is absolutely not something that I would want to pursue fully. I'm trying to rationalize in my mind a person who's like, hell yeah, give me all this. And I just can't.